Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the M60. The M60, which was once a free tank, believe it or not. It was once given to people for absolutely nothing. Still to this day, we don't understand, and we're never going to understand why Wargaming gave this to specific people. The rumour has it that it was because the amount of money people spent. If they spent a certain amount of money, people got this tank. But I don't think that is entirely true, because I've known people to spend more money than I have and didn't get the tank. And I've also known people to spend very, very little on the tank, on the game, and they still got the tank. So we don't know. People, that is the rumour. It's not entirely true. Not even us contributors know. No one will ever know just why the M60 was given for free. Now, I'm very disappointed because people got the M60 for a certain reason. Even though we don't know that reason, people got it for a certain reason. So I think it should have just been kept like that. It should have just been kept like that, and only a number of people get the tank, because it feels like a special tank. You've done something special. You don't know what it is, but you know you've done something special to get the tank. So I don't think Wargaming should have ever sort of resold the tank, but they have. They resell it. They sell it at sort of Christmas, the Blitz Fair, and people often get 24-hour 24-hour deals where you can buy this tank. It's very rare that it is in the store outright for gold, but recently, over the last sort of couple of days, people have been getting offers for this tank, and they are all different offers, 24-hour offers to get this tank. Now we're going to have a look at just a couple of those offers. They are all different. They're not all the same. They're all different prices. I remember the last offer a few months ago, it was like £100 for the tank, which was crazy. Who would buy this tank for £100? I mean, it's a good tank. It is a good tank, just like the M48 pattern. I don't think it's quite as good as the M48 pattern. And personally, for £100, I would not buy this tank, considering I have a pattern which is probably almost exactly the same. The stats are tiny bit different. So I like getting this tank for free. But now Wargaming have resold it many times. It really doesn't mean anything anymore. So we're just going to have a look at some of these pop-up offers, like $125 for the tank. You do get 50 of the times 5. There's another one where you get it's £75 for 50 times 5, and then there was another one for £55 and you get 30. So and I'm sure there has been many more offers that are different. So £55, I mean, that's not actually so bad for a tier 10 tank. But I honestly, if you got these pop-up offers, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I would honestly just go for the M48 pattern. It's just as good. It's free. It doesn't make as many credits. I mean, this tank isn't made meant to make credits. It's collectible. Has always been not a collectible. Sorry, it's not a premium. It's not a premium. So it's an enriched. It's an enriched tank, and it always has been since it come out from the very start. So I remember back in the day, I got this tank. Someone got the tank in my clan when I was in Phoenix, and they was like, guys, like, I've just got given this tank, an M60. Like, what the hell is this tank? And then someone else went on and was like, well, I haven't got it. So I went on, and lo and behold, I got the tank, and I think I got 4-point-something K damage in the first game. Nice, easy ace. It was one of the easiest tanks to ace in the game back then. But now it's actually fairly difficult to ace, because it's been for sale quite a few times. It's very, very difficult. So that is the tank. If you do get the pop-up offer, I mean, if you get a pop-up offer for £100-something, then yeah, I would not recommend buying that tank. But if you get the pop-up offer for 50 odd quid, then I mean, depending on if you got the M48 pattern or not, and if you're a collector, if you like collecting tanks, then I suppose £50 odd for a tier 10 tank isn't so bad. It isn't the best, don't get me wrong, it isn't the best, but it isn't so bad. But personally, I would not buy it. I would not buy it for that price at all. I'd probably buy it for like maybe 15,000 gold or something like that. But yeah, which is almost probably 50 odd quid anyway, 40 odd quid. So I've got the M48 pattern. If you've got the M48 pattern, don't worry too much about the M60. You're not really missing out on anything. It is almost exactly the same, except for you got that big massive light in at the front. Now I've seen this in this tank actually in Tank Fest, and it's actually a really good looking tank. But yeah, stay away from that offer. I don't think it will come. I don't think it's a tank that will come for gold very often. I don't think it's actually come for gold so far. So unless it was the Blitz Fair. So yeah, stay away from the offer. It's not worth it. We're going to have a look at this game now. This was actually when I heard about the M60 offer, the pop-up offer coming out, I thought, you know what, I'll make a video on the M60. It's been a while, and this was actually my first game of the day driving this tank. So we are on Rockfield, and it's not a bad tank, even though I'm saying don't buy it. It really isn't a bad tank. Now this and the M48 pattern has actually been kind of left behind with all the other mediums. You've got the 121, which has been getting buffed. You've got the T62A getting buffed. Obviously, you've got the 140 that's not been touched in a while. You've got the STB that's been buffed. So these tanks have kind of been left behind and not really got thought about at all. So not many people play this tank, or they don't play the M48 pattern as much as they used to. But this tank is still difficult to ace, and I've had to really work hard in this battle. I do make a few mistakes along the way, but we do work quite hard in this battle, and we do have a nice battle. So we're just going to talk about this battle now. So we can see the two tanks to the left, or the three tanks with the Death Star, the Mouse, the AMX, and the Death Star. I do apologise for Kieran screaming in the background. We do know that there are some mediums to my right. We've got the Progetto there, but they wasn't being any danger to me. So I really wanted to help my two tanks over there to deal with these heavy tanks, because I had 3 shots. I don't want to go looking for shots on medium tanks and be exposed and possibly get shot in return, when I can just get 3 damage into these heavy tanks, and just because they're 3 tanks over there against 2, and now there's 3 tanks against 1. I really wanted to help them as much as possible, because they're both going to die. Without a doubt, they're both going to die. So I just wanted to bring their hit points down as much as I can before these mediums push. And now I've seen the Object 140. As long as I can get over there, I do get lucky with that bounce from the T95 there. As long as I didn't take any shots, we would have been able to take him out quite easy, and we did that. And now the M103 makes the mistake in trying to clear my medium tank. He does make a big mistake, and I am going to get lucky again and get another bounce from the T95, which is what this tank can do. It's got a great turret. It really has a great turret. But you start turning sideways and to the rear, then you will be HE'd. So at the moment, I'm trying to ignore that T95. He's not a danger. He's not a danger to me. This Progetto is more of a danger, and I'm trying to help my IS-7. I'm trying to keep him alive, because at the minute it is a 5-on-5. So I need to keep as many tanks as possible alive. And the T95, as I've said, is not really a danger. If we can kill everyone around him, there's not going to be much he can do. So now he is on his own. And the T95, I should be aiming here, because I'm going to get a couple of shots. I don't even think I'm going to get any damage done to him. I might get 1 shot. And actually, no, I'm not going to get any damage done to him. So he would full hit points. I'm circling him, and because of the troll armor and me not aiming properly, we don't get any damage whatsoever. But we have now brought it down to a 4-on-3, and mainly that is because I helped my IS-7 stay alive as long as I can with that Progetto. And now it's just these 3 tanks that was dealing with our heavy tanks earlier. So we are losing on supremacy points. We are just about to cap a base, and I am spotted. So I really was thinking about, do I go and retake A? Because as long as I'm a medium tank, I've still got good armor. As long as I don't get shot, and I know that there are now a couple of tanks by C. We have got C, so I really do need to take this base. I can't really get any shots off around there, and there goes our object 704. So considering they are on almost 600 supremacy points, I mean, I can't pen that mouse for shit, even with Pramo at that angle. So it's now a 2-on-3. So me capping this base, it was a great idea, because our other medium tank, he's a one-shot, which means I'm going to be left with a 1 versus 3. So it's going to be a difficult game. I mean, the mouse is a one-shot, and the Death Star can take a few shots, and then the AMX is a couple of shots as well. So they are now stupidly, for me, they have recall cap C, which I really didn't want to happen, because now I am under pressure into doing something and to trying to get the kills before the time runs down, because the time will go up. I mean, there's 2.5 minutes left. They're on 700 supremacy points, and it's at this point where, you know what, I just need to rush. We do get a nice bounce there. We are going to take a shot from this AMX, but we are able to take him out. Now, this is where I make a big mistake. I am backing up away from the mouse because I think the Death Star is there with him, but the Death Star is actually going to come behind me, and this is where I do make a big mistake. You can see I'm trying to spot him. Oh, there he is. I just get away from that, and what I should have done is turned back. I should have ignored the mouse. I should have turned back, because I can take another shot from this mouse. Should have turned back and gone to deal with that Death Star, and again, because of me being stupid, me not aiming, again, I bounce on the mouse, and finally, when I do aim, I do manage to take him out, and I just get around this corner in time. And now again, I need to rush this guy. I know he's on a 20-second reload. I do get one shot, and I'm going to get another shot in a set. I should have shot there. Again, sorry for Kieran if you can hear. And now I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk staying there, because I'm not quite sure if he has reloaded yet. So now I just have to wait. I just have to wait, but I can't wait too long, because the time is going down. 1 minute left. So what I need to do, the only thing I can really do, is go and reset my camo. Reset my camo and just go and try and rush this guy, because time is running out. I've only got 50 seconds left on the clock, and I want this win. I'm on 1600 block damage and 5100 damage with 4 kills, and I need to rush, and I catch him off guard. He should have just waited where he was. There was no reason for him to move. So that is the M60. It is a decent tank, but for the pop-up offer price, honestly, I will just stay away from it. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With